Super. Let me move this out of the way. We want it to be on. Well, this is a choose your own adventure with ABWA. I have been an ABWA member, as Nell said, for more than 20 years, and it truly has been an amazing adventure. Through many states, multiple chapters and districts all over the country. And that's why I say it's choose your own adventure, because what I've gotten out of ABWA may be different than Janice's experience or Rebecca or anyone else in the room. But that's the great thing about ABWA, is that it offers something for anyone, no matter where you are in your career journey, what you're looking to accomplish in your career, what you're missing out in your other personal and professional life. It's here at ABWA. So it's choose your own adventure, and what you put into it and what path you take and what opportunities that you decide to take advantage of is going to determine your ABWA experience. So as Nanelle said, I am a healthy fit owner, fitness content creator. You can connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel with workout videos, all kinds of fun things. Please connect with me. As she mentioned, I've been a member of ABWA for more than 20 years and have experienced lots of different things that ABWA has offered to me, and I've taken advantage of those. And I hope that some of the things that I talked to you about tonight will spark your interest and your enthusiasm for the opportunities available through this association. This is driving me nuts. It's not, there we go.
Hey, Kella, what is the Business Associate of the Year?
Thank you for asking that. One of the organizations, when I was a member of the Verdugo Glen chapter in Glendale, California, one of the honors that they have every year is Business Associate of the Year. So individuals who are members of ABWA can nominate individuals that they've worked with as a Business Associate of the Year. It's a separate honor, different from a Protege Award or Woman of the Year. It does not have to be an ABWA member. I just so happened to be an ABWA member who was honored that particular year. Thank you for asking that question. I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to network and connect. So if you are on Zoom, please make sure you put your contact information in the chat box with your name, your email address, and your phone number, so that at the end of the session tonight, we can collect that information. You can save the chat and have everyone's contact. I know Steve put I think he put a virtual business card in there. If you have a website you want to put in there as well, you can do that. Rebecca, are you monitoring the chats in case there's any questions? Okay, perfect. Oops. So the mission statement of ABWA, I'm not going to read it again because we've already read it, but it has a lot of importance to our purpose of why we are here today and what we can get out of our ABWA experience. Looking specifically at growing personally and professionally. So even if you are not a business owner, or you are in retirement and you're looking to mentor other people and give back in a different way, you can grow with ABWA. We have leadership opportunities, education, networking support, and national recognition. And these are the main tenets of what we offer to our members locally as well as at the national level. Would it surprise you to know that ABWA was founded by a man who saw that there was a need in 1949 to give women an opportunity, a voice, a step up in their communities to build their business and their career as they're going to work. So Hillary Bufton Jr. founded the American Businesswomen's Association on September 22nd with 3 local business women, and the rest is history. We grew and expanded from there, and we have chapters and express networks across the country. As I mentioned, we have 4 tenets in ABWA that are featured in our mission statement, and everything that we do in ABWA goes back to these basic 4 tenets of leadership, education, networking support, and national recognition. So if you're new to ABWA, or you're visiting as a guest, or you're watching this presentation later, grab your phone, scan the flow code here to download the membership brochure. And I see Nanelle has one ready to go for our guest that's here in person as well. This will give you some additional information that you can look at later to learn more about ABWA. And I'm going to touch on these things with my own personal experience in our time together. So those tenets of our mission statement are also benefits of membership. And the first of those that I'd like to talk about is leadership opportunities. We have local leadership opportunities, starting at just serving on a chapter committee. We have things going on throughout the year, from our emergent leader fundraiser, specifically at our local league, that you could get involved in the planning. We need help or assistance in planning some fun activities like celebrations for Woman of the Year and Top 10, planning our holiday party, planning our community service projects. All of these require help and input from our members. Other opportunities, once you've served in a committee or you want to raise your hand for more leadership responsibility and experience, is serving as a chair or co-chair. And some of these are part-year opportunities that are for one specific project. Like I said, a holiday party as an example. You're chairing the holiday party. You plan that party. It's probably something that you're going to do over the course of 2 months, and then that responsibility is over. Other responsibilities or other chair positions, like working on membership is a great example. Thank you, Nanelle. That's something that's ongoing all year round, that we need individuals that want to work on that project a little bit every month. And then we have opportunities to serve on our board. We have positions available for all types of interests, no matter what your skills are or what skills you're looking to grow in the association. If you want to learn more about budgeting and creating financial reports for your business stability, well, we have a position called VP of Finance that would help you with that, as an example. So we can help you build the skills within those leadership opportunities. On the regional level, we have in our local district, District 2, we have council committees and or positions. So specifically for Dallas, we don't have a council per se. However, we do have area leagues that we work together to execute projects. So instead of a council committee, we would have a committee for upcoming. We have ABW Day, American Businesswomen's Day. I mentioned that we were created in September 1949, and we're going to have a celebration this year. And actually, ABWA Open is in charge of planning the celebration, but anyone can get involved from the area leagues in that process. And so this is a great opportunity to network with people all over the Dallas metro area. I'm sure Tracy, as the District 2 VP, also has opportunities for you to assist in outreach projects within the district, because this is how we engage with leagues from other areas like Louisiana, in South Texas and Houston, Oklahoma, and it's a way to grow ABWA. Finally, at the national level, you can run for a district vice president office. Tracy is currently serving for District 2. I am an approved candidate for District 2 vice president for this upcoming year. There are also other national officer positions. As you grow in your leadership skills, we have a national secretary treasurer, national vice president, and a national president. And these are all ways to get involved at a bigger scale to really grow your skills and get involved with men and women all over the country. Finally, conference volunteer. You can volunteer to assist at one of the conferences as a support person, welcoming people in the morning, during the voting process. Typically there's volunteers for that. Being on a campaign team, I would love help if you want to support the campaign. That's another opportunity. Or speaking. All of us have different businesses and different skills, and something that we have to share with individuals in our community. And speaking for an ABWA chapter is just one way of doing that. So as was mentioned in my introduction, I have served on boards for multiple chapters. I have been in, I think I counted 6 different chapters in 4 districts over the past 20 years of my membership. Yes, it is a lot of moving, but it's a lot of great experience, and I've grown through each one of those experiences and the men and women that I've come in contact with in those different areas. And it's really been rewarding. And that's why I continue to raise my hand when there needs to be service on the local level board. So the picture on the left was the board I served on at Verdugo Glen in Glendale. We were a best practices level 1 chapter. And on the right here is our ABWA open chapter. I couldn't find some old, I was looking through all my pictures and 20 years of experiences with ABWA. You have a lot of pictures. So these are just some of the pictures. One of the things I mentioned in terms of leadership is getting involved at the regional level with area councils. And I mentioned in the, or well, Nanelle mentioned in the introduction that I've served as a vice chair and a chair for 2 separate councils in Los Angeles and Arizona. And the picture on the left was Arizona State Council that I was the chair at one of our events with our leadership team. And on the right, when you serve in leadership capacities and you really get to know people in ABWA, including the executive director, Renee Street, who has visited our local and regional events multiple times, and I've got to work with her very closely at some of those. So it's a great opportunity. Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen you.
I believe 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, this is the longest my hair has ever been. Not to derail the story. I donate my hair every couple years. I chop it short and then I let it grow out. And that was the last time I had my hair chopped. For children with cancer, yes. I mentioned part of the leadership is getting to speak to different groups and meet people from all over the country. I've been invited to speak at so many different leagues in different areas, and that's been really a valuable experience. Not only do I get to meet and make connections with people all over the country, but it really builds your self-confidence. Whether speaking is a main part of your job or not, it's important to be able to feel confident in speaking out and speaking up and running meetings. And so ABWA has really given me that opportunity, both locally, regionally, and this was at one of the left picture was a speech I gave at one of the regional conferences. And on the right was an opportunity that I got to serve on a panel discussion in Los Angeles. Some of the local opportunities involve getting involved in special events. And if you have been involved recently with ABWA Open, you know that we have really been trying to work with the other area leagues to create networking opportunities to get together periodically and just be social and show people what ABWA is all about. So the picture on the left was one of our first socials, Wine, Women, and Networking. We had an amazing turnout at the event. We had like 70 people RSVP for this event. We had lots of fun networking, and most of the people who attended were outside the organization. So that tells me that we have an opportunity to network around the DFW metro area and really get to know people, to share the story of ABWA and what it has to offer them, but also create business networking opportunities for ourselves. And on the right was one of the other special events that we had, a fundraiser in Los Angeles. It was a fashion show fundraiser, and it was at a beautiful resort. Serving on the board allows you to really connect with the individuals that you're serving with, and I am so blessed to have such a great team that I'm working with this year under the leadership of Rebecca Dollinger and serving alongside Nell and Meredith. And when you serve on the board and you're getting together and you're planning and you're really executing events, not only are you growing your own personal skills, but you're growing friendships. And sometimes you even get surprised with special awards. I got an ambassador award a couple years ago for my service as an ambassador to ABWA. I love sharing my experience and helping other individuals and helping them reach outside their comfort zone to do great things, because sometimes making changes to improve is hard and uncomfortable. And you have to be bold and brave. You have to identify parts of your personality that you can really leverage and hold those values and share those within the people that you come in contact with in the organizations. And so being an ambassador and supporting the leagues is one of the opportunities that we have with ABWA. Okay, so all of that was just one benefit of ABWA. The next benefit, which is also one of our tenets, is education. And as someone with a doctorate degree, I will tell you that I still get a lot out of the education available with ABWA. First, we have our monthly league meetings that we have our programming, and our particular league has the option of attending in person or in Zoom. There are many leagues that have Zoom opportunities, so you can attend as a member league meetings across the country, anywhere you want, which is an amazing benefit. You can attend conferences, and we have an upcoming conference in September in Denver that will actually be able to meet in person. But we also have conferences in the spring, and this past spring we had 3 conferences that you could choose to attend for personal and professional development. And the development and the learning in those varies, the topics vary, but there's really something for everyone there, as well as networking. The next opportunity is the Apex campus. This is our 24/7 on-demand, online, self-paced learning program. And one of the benefits of membership is getting a free course every month. And we'll talk about that in a minute, but this is great learning that you can use for continuing education credits. Professional development, developing those business skills through opportunities to serve in different capacities or work on different projects. And we also have reimbursement programs. The first is the business skills tuition reimbursement that you can utilize not just for college courses, but courses related to your profession. If you're a CPA and you need to go to a workshop for ongoing professional development, that would qualify for business skills tuition reimbursement. And finally, the grants and scholarships. We give away hundreds of thousands of dollars in grants and scholarships every year. And this is actually what attracted me to ABWA. When I found out about ABWA 20 plus years ago, it was because of the scholarships. I was a doctoral student, fairly new in my career, and my employer only gave, I think, $5,000 a year for tuition. And that covered about 1.5 classes. So I was looking for other ways to supplement, to pay for that education. So I Googled local scholarships, and what popped up? My local ABWA chapter. And it wasn't like I just signed up and I got a scholarship. I didn't get a scholarship that particular year, or I think even the year later, but I did get a scholarship with ABWA that was much appreciated to help me pay for some of my education. And that was one of the things that attracted me to the association. Oops, too many clicks. Okay. Oh, I'm missing something that should be on this slide. Okay. So this is our Apex campus. This is just a sample of, there's 4 different categories in the Apex campus for your online professional development that you have access to. And this is just part of the list for one of the categories. And every month they'll tell us a specific class that you can take, sign up for free. And I always sign up for those because the classes average $25 to $50 a course. So if you do the math, I'm going to have someone pull out their calculator since my math that was on the slide is not there. Multiply 25 by 12. 300, thank you. So if you just signed up for the classes every year or every month for the whole year, that's $300 of free education that you get. Now subtract the $115 membership fee from that $300. Thank you. So just in your membership fee is $115. You took 300 in classes, you've saved $185 just in education. Like, this is a no-brainer, right? Everyone say yes, thumbs up. This particular picture is the year I got honored with the Business Associate of the Year. So lots of opportunities to get recognized and learning opportunities. Education in the monthly programs. And these are fun. This is one of our programs this year. We have great speakers at local events, and our particular league, because we do Zoom, we get speakers from all over the country. So we have some nationally known speakers that come and present to us, and you get that presentation, that 45 minutes of education for the cost of your dinner and your membership. It's really a great value. And this is a really fun presentation on prescription for reducing stress. Conferences, virtual and in person. And this is a great networking opportunity. I cannot emphasize how many amazing experiences I have had at conferences. The picture on the left is ladies from all over the country that I connected with at one of the conferences. And this is before this is even before the conference festivities. You notice everyone has a nice little drink on the table. We're socializing, we're getting to know each other. And it's a great way to connect. It's a way to meet people outside your industry, people that have similar value sets, people that have similar goals as you, similar aspirations. And one of the things I have loved to do at conferences that I've done many times is I've actually roomed with people that I didn't know. This would be one of the only times that I would say, put it out an ad for a roommate, right? For a hotel, because you can communicate with the other people going to the conferences and share a room. And it's a great way to get to know someone is when you have to sleep with them, right? So that has been a great experience, and I've gotten to know some amazing people by rooming with them during the conference festivities. And most recently, we have had virtual conferences that still have a networking component, an opportunity for you to attend from the comfort of your own home and learn and experience everything that we have to share. So the next element is networking support. This is our next tenet. If you think of the 4 columns or pillars of ABWA, networking support. We have an online system called Community Connections that you can connect with other members. And when you sign up for a league, you're a member of a league, you can connect with those members. When you sign up for conferences, it'll show you everyone that's in the conference, and you can make connections and request to reach out to them and get to know more about them. We also have career connections, which I think this is like a secret. I think we should promote this more because it's an opportunity for companies to post or to search for positions or roles through ABWA. Networking at conferences, attending meetings of other leagues and councils. I've also already said that you could attend events all over the country, and Janice Curry is our local communicator for Dallas area leagues, and she puts together amazing emails that I use a lot of her organization for the events that are happening to put it in the newsletter for us. So those are all events that you have access to, that you can take advantage of and networking and meet other people.
Road trip.
Yes, road trips. And then local affiliations. A lot of the leagues are members of Chamber of Commerce, and that's another way that you can network in the community without being a member of Chamber of Commerce. You go and represent ABWA and represent your business, and then you don't have to pay to be a chamber member if that's something that you don't have access to. So this is an example. I took this screenshot last night. There was 173 jobs posted on the Career Connections on the ABWA website, including the first one listed was a director for Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So these are not, these are attractive jobs. These are not like working at Taco Bell. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but you got to start somewhere. But these, there are multiple levels of different types of employment and different types of industries in the Career Connections. I encourage you to check it out. I got really excited when I was looking through some of the jobs available. Some of the opportunities that you have come from the connections within the community and the networking support that you get within the people in the room and that are on the Zoom. So these are 2 examples I pulled off of our Facebook page. The one on the left is an opportunity that I've had to have twice now to be a guest on Rebecca Dollinger's podcast, Your Voice Matters, on the OBBM network. And this came about because I'm an ABWA member, and she invited me to leverage this opportunity and share my story and share my information and knowledge in this media. So that's an exciting thing that came through our networking. And we also get to celebrate our members. So if you have something special going on in your business, you have an award that you've gotten, like Lori Birch got nominated. She got an honor for one of the 500 fastest growing law firms in the country. And so we highlighted this accomplishment recently on our page, and we love to do this for our members. So if you have those types of things, we love to share and celebrate with you and help leverage that experience in the community. I mentioned networking with other leagues, and we have we're blessed in the Dallas Metro because we have not one, not two, but three amazing leagues that you can attend meetings during the month. And I try to attend as many as I can because they're all great. They always have great programming, amazing members, great guests. And one of those leagues is Charisma Charter Chapter, which meets on the 4th Tuesday. I put the information on here for you if you'd like to attend. They have their events listed, gosh, I think almost through August on Eventbrite if you want to plan ahead for that. And then we have our other group, our other league in the area. Our Lakeside Leaders meets on the 2nd Tuesday evening, and they have a social, and they also have, both of these groups have hybrid meetings. So you can attend in person, you can attend online, it doesn't matter, you still get a great experience both ways. And they have their website information here, abwathecolony.org, so check them out as well. So you can attend events around the country virtually. I've attended events. I attended a fundraiser earlier this year with Meredith that actually took place in North Carolina, and we attended it from Aledo, Texas. She came over and we logged in and we opened, I think we opened some wine and we had some dinner and we enjoyed the event together. So you can do this for so many different events. And I've had the opportunity as I've traveled around the country to really engage in some really amazing opportunities and meet great men and women from all over the country, friendships that I still have, and I get to connect with these people at and reconnect at different conferences, attending local chapter meetings. The top one is at Soaring Eagles, which is a chapter or a league in San Diego area, Escondido, California. The bottom picture was at the New Mexico Fiesta. I believe it was in Albuquerque or Santa Fe, I can't remember which. And then the other two pictures on the right side of this slide are from Hats Off, which is a Southern California event that I attended many times. And you always wore hats. Everyone always had fun hats. So every year I would pick a new hat for the event, and that was great fun. And the experiences that you have there are not just professional, it's also friendships, getting to know people, having fun at socials, and even the entertainment. We had, at one of these events, we had some singers and dancers that did like, almost like luau singing. And at the New Mexico Fiesta, the year that that picture was taken, they had a Elvis impersonator that came and did a professional development and then did some singing and dancing, and he was amazing. And I'm still connected with him. He's on my Facebook, James Crook. Attending conferences, there's Renee again. This is not an organization that you're never going to get to meet. The leadership, when you go to events, they're approachable. You can talk to the national president, the national vice president, the national secretary, treasurer, all of the national board of directors. You can meet with Renee. It's a great close-knit family and professional relationship. And the picture on the right was one of the conferences that we actually had on the Queen Mary, a ship in Long Beach, historic ship. I actually got to go in on a ghost tour as part of my fun during that conference weekend, because they say parts of the ship are haunted. But it was really cool because I got to stay in like a vintage room on the ship. It was really amazing. Making experiences at these conferences, I cannot emphasize enough how it really cements your relationship with the other men and women in ABWA. The picture on the left was the Yuma Territorial Charter Chapter, which I've been a member of twice now because we moved and then we moved away and then we moved back. But this was only about a month and a half after I'd moved to Yuma, was one of the regional conferences, and they invited me to go with them to that. And at the time, I had just gotten David, one of my 4-year-old. He was from foster care, and I took him to conference with me. And I have taken my kids to so many ABWA events. I've taken them to meetings. I've taken them to Los Angeles when the Southern California Area Council had an event. And this is a great story to really show you how much people in ABWA care about people in ABWA. So I was scheduled to speak at the Southern Area Council event for Southern California. And the week that I was supposed to be going to this event, I found out that we were getting a placement of 3 foster kids. And I didn't want to cancel on my ABWA group, but I had to figure this out. So this is like, we had our meeting on a Tuesday, and I came and I saw Mary Ellerman, who's on the picture on the left. Some of you may know her. And I said, Mary, I'm getting 3 children on Thursday. The event is on Friday. She was supposed to meet me there along with some other ladies. I need to buy a car and I need to figure out how to get these kids. I need to take them with me because I don't have an approved babysitter yet. And I need to help figure this out. And so one of my ABWA members drove with me. I bought a car online in California. One of my ABWA member friends drove with me and the 2 little guys that I took with me. My husband kept the my older son at home. We drove to California, met Mary Ellerman at the car dealership. She drove my car that we drove. I drove the new car. We went to the meeting. One of the ladies who was chairing this event arranged for one of her family members who is an experienced child care giver to come to the hotel and watch the boys while I was doing my presentation in the hotel. They coordinated with the hotel to get a crib. When we had an event the night before, I brought the little boys to the event and people were passing around the little babies. They made it happen. And this could have been a very it was a little bit stressful because I had kids that I really didn't know anything about yet at that point. But they made the experience happen and it was very meaningful. The amount of effort and care that everyone put into making sure that it happened. So national recognition. There are so many different opportunities to get recognized. Top 10, I was selected in 2016. You get photos, highlights. Nanelle can probably share maybe one good thing that has come out of your top 10 experience.
We all top 10 of us. We were very close. I created a whole new family through top 10.
So she has a whole new family through her top 10, and I know they have monthly calls together. Inner Circle, that is recruiting members to join ABWA. There's recognition for that. Best practices. This shows that our leagues are sustainable and doing all of the right things and being vibrant in our community. And that's one of our recognition pieces that we get as a league. Celebrating at ABW Day and graduation ceremonies of our Kansas University programs, which are our professional education programs that happen at national conference. And you get to walk the stage. It's an KU MBA program. It's a master's in business administration essentials, teaching you the types of things that you would get in a college curriculum in a condensed version. At the local level, we have Woman of the Year, and we will be recognizing Woman of the Year in top 10 next month. So mark your calendar right now. I want you to be here so we can celebrate them. Protege Awards for our first year members. Perfect attendance, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, and other events. Last month, was that last month that we celebrated our anniversary of our league? Yes. So we had a big party last month for the anniversary league celebration. That was fun. Here are some of my celebrations and recognition that I personally have received. The one on the left is my top 10 class in 2016. And we keep in contact, and it was a great experience to get to know those ladies over the course of the year. Unfortunately, one of the ladies passed from cancer, but we love to stay in contact and support one another. And then the picture on the right is from my Woman of the Year honors that I got last year from this league right here. This is a picture from one of the chapters that I was a member of when we received one of our best practices, level 1. And everyone, when you get the recognition for KU MBA Essentials or top 10 or best practices at the National Women's Leadership Conference, you get to go on stage in front of everyone in your glory, dressed up to collect your award. Sometimes there's a theme of like what color to wear. It's super fun. And this is an Apex award I got one year at one of the conferences for completing courses. I mentioned that sisterhood is an amazing part of the ABWA experience, and I'll say brotherhood for my ABWA good guy in the house, because we love everybody. Getting to know each other, not just at ABWA events, but after hours. So the picture on the left was some of the girls. We went out after Melanie Brown won Businesswoman of the Year to celebrate with her, and that was a really exciting time. And the picture on the right, I got the opportunity last fall, or I guess it was last summer, to travel with Charlotte and Fran, who are from Oklahoma City, down to Houston for an event. And so we did a road trip, and that was super fun. Road trips are the best. And then we have great networking events in the DFW. I already told you we have Wine, Women, and Networking. We had Cider and Connect last month. Lakeside Leaders does an amazing job of having fun networking events that they set up. And these are two of their recent events that I attended. The one on the left, we went to shoot guns. What would be more fun than shooting guns? We did gun safety, but we had a fun time at the gun range shooting. And then on the right, we threw hatchets. Trust me, we're not violent. I just realized that those are both like aggressive activities. But they've done, last month they went to a show, and they've gone to the musical. They've gone to the Puttery, which is a mini golf place. So they have some fun things. And I think I saw they were doing a pool party. Janice said it was swimsuit optional, and I changed it in my newsletter to say, you may swim if you wish. We're not doing any skinny dipping in ABWA. All right, so this is one of my funnest memories with ABWA, was at a National Women's Leadership Conference in Oklahoma City. And I had never been to Oklahoma City, and I'll have to confess that it was not on my must places to go list. I was not super excited about Oklahoma City, but the city totally won me over. It was super clean. The food was amazing. I travel through Oklahoma City now every year, and I always stop. But that's not what I want to share about this story. More importantly was the fun times that you create with ABWA, the memories that will live with you forever. And I really had to hunt down these pictures, but the memory was up here that I knew I wanted to tell everyone about this. We had the idea that we wanted to see the town. And Anya Lucas, who is in the carriage with me on the left, set up a carriage ride. We saw the carriage ride while we were eating dinner, people doing romantic carriage rides. And she says, I think we should do a carriage ride. So we're like, why not? What would be a better way to see Oklahoma City than a carriage ride? So we stopped the carriage driver after dinner and we said, we want to see everything about Oklahoma City. Can you give us a tour? He said, no problem. And then we're like, we have wine back at the hotel. Can we make a stop at the hotel? So the carriage driver drove us to the hotel and waited while one of us went up to the room to get the wine opener and the glasses, brought it back to the carriage, and we started our carriage ride. And we had heard all week about this amazing cupcake place. And we passed the cupcake place and we're like, wait, can you stop? We need cupcakes because, you know, you've had dinner, now you've had a couple glasses of wine, now you kind of want something sweet. And we had heard amazing things. So the carriage driver obliged and he pulled over into the place and they're closed. And we see the girl inside like mopping the floor. And so we all get out of the carriage and we put our hands up to the glass, like real sad, like, please, please, we just want some cupcakes. And we're like, please. And and you know that they're probably going to throw the cupcakes away that weren't sold at the end of the day. She came out with like a whole medley of cupcakes and we're like, how much? We'll pay you. She's like, don't worry about it. So we had our wine and our cupcakes and we got this amazing tour and an amazing story that we'll never forget with our ABWA sisters in Oklahoma City. So we have a lot of fun in ABWA at our meetings, at conferences, at socials, in addition to all the important education and networking support and recognition. It's a lot about the sisterhood and making those connections with people that are so meaningful. So we have some resources. We have webinars that we actually have one coming up on the 21st next week. Publications, online publications and things exclusive to members only. I already talked about the discounted courses and access to connecting with members on social media through our ABWA Facebook pages, LinkedIn groups. A lot of the local leagues have separate groups as well. There's a District 2 Facebook page for members only. Community service. We also do community service. This is not one of our tenants, but we love serving in the community. A lot of the leagues do fundraisers for scholarships, as well as support community service activities that members are doing. Last year, Anthony did a golf tournament and sent out information for support in the chapter. This particular picture was a domestic violence jeans day, blue jean day that we had a support for. And I know here at Open, the chapter members have supported many projects that I've done in the community for homeless, for domestic violence support. And it's great to have other like-minded individuals that care about the community as much as I do. So you also get sponsorships and product discounts. Renee negotiates with people to sponsor different events for us, different product discounts for things that might be of interest. Peer mentoring, access to professional speakers. A lot of times leagues will share speakers from one league to another, or if you need them for your company, it's a great way to network. I know Steve, one of our members, is a professional speaker. I do professional speaking. Many of us have been to many leagues to present our information and share our message. And it's great because the networking opportunities and the resources available to you are not just the 10 or 20 people that come to a local league meeting. It's not the 50 or so people that might come to a Dallas area league event. It's thousands of businessmen and women of diverse occupations across the country looking to grow and connect with one another. And if that wasn't enough, there's more. Part of your membership, you do get a free $1,500 accidental death insurance as a bonus. So I'd encourage you to get involved as a member because it is what you make of it. Everyone's going to choose their own adventure. There might be something that I told you that resonated more with you than something else. If you really don't get the accolades and the recognition that you deserve at work, maybe the recognition is something that you thought would be really important. Or maybe you don't have an advanced degree and you really want to build those skill sets through that education. There's something for everyone, but it is what you make of it. You have to get involved. Volunteer your services and your expertise as a speaker. Get involved in committees. Serve on the board. Volunteer at the national level as a conference volunteer or a campaign team. Get involved in our special events like the Lakeside Leaders Flamingos and our Wine Women in Networking. Support ABWA membership with inviting people to come to local events, and you do get prizes just for sharing this opportunity. So just as a summary, our membership offers us so many learning opportunities, mastering skills that are valued in the workplace today. You have access to our social media and the connections on Community Connections to really build lasting relationships with members from all over the country, as well as many discounted courses in our Apex campus education, which we figured out saved us how much, Anthony? $185. That's where you're in the plus, even if you don't take advantage of anything else with ABWA. But you can get the most out of your membership by getting active. So again, ABWA is really a choose your own adventure. There's something for everyone in ABWA, and it's really all encompassing in that mission statement that drives everything that we do, to bring together businesswomen of diverse occupations and to provide opportunities for them to help themselves and others grow personally and professionally through leadership, education, networking support, and national recognition.